Good morning or evening. I'm your host, Solace Capricornus Andromeda, or just so for convenience sake, it is I yet again. Welcome. So I got a little overambitious. Well, I guess not. I've constantly been complaining about my... did I get more yaoi? No. I didn't even read the one I was on. I had to finish reading The Heavily Drunk Diaries of Kurokuri Hiyori. But anyway, yeah, I'm designing a new soul. Because look, this soul is not without its issues. And I think a new soul will rectify it. Because this soul I learned, this is the best one, by far. But it could be a little better, and it could be the perfect soul. Just think about it. Think about it. Are you thinking about it? Are you? Anyway, welcome in. Witty Room, Despair Disease, the girl you know. Penny, and bliss to her. How are your nice days been going? It is a pleasure to see you. Make sure the eyes match the body when you move. Nah, it's more funny like this. This is how all models work, and it's kind of funny. It's not that big of an issue. I just forget which side it's on. The whole face is different, though. I started with a face that I knew I was going to like. Like, I made sure that if I couldn't do the face, I wasn't going to continue with the project. But anyway, bigger soul. And all my colorful buttons. You can see all of my buttons. Don't push them. And also maybe a hat that works. It's a lot of, like, it's not nearly as drastic as the previous models' changes. But it's a lot of quality of life things. Mods push the purple button. You don't want to push the purple button. You don't want to push the purple button. Maybe with enough likes and subscribes, we can push the purple button, if you know what I mean. You better like and or subscribe. That way we can push the purple button. How do I get the chat to pop back up? Because YouTube changed their UI. YouTube made their UI fucking stupid, and I can't figure out how to get the chat back up. They like downscale. They like made like a micro UI, and it's super annoying to look at. What do you mean? Oh, I found it. There's like an arrow you can toggle like wide and tiny. I see. Their new UI is dumb. Yeah, but as you can see, the face is a little different. As you can see, the face has a slight difference to it. I don't know how you describe this. Yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll push that purple button for you. I know what the purple button does. He's getting longer ear tufts. Well, this is not what the ear tufts look like that I was working on. I'm thinking smaller, but more ear tufts. Just the issue is that the ears were cutting into the face. And I wanted to show the face first, because the face is always an issue for me. I even gave the face little, like, nuppy bits on the end. But yeah, the eyes are slimmer. Hopefully we can make them more expressive. How very... I noticed in hindsight, he is very B-stars. The new face. Just winging a new face model, very B-stars. I think it's just because the eyes got way sharper. Yeah, we don't just gaunt eyes. A little. That and like the mouth is more. Designing the mouth like this to begin with is gonna be good. Because here's what the final draft of my previous model looks like. Notice something different? Well, an actual name file. I named these ones. And also I had I can turn on some other layers too. You got all sorts of layers. Let's see. I go hard when it comes down to this stuff. We're so maybe done with them. I always name it when it's important. When it's important and I have to find it in a worse program later. And I have to find it in a shittier program. It's a bit jumbled, but I'm thinking like, in terms of scarf, thinner, better looking, more befitting, and also hanging off to the side. Let's see what else we got here. Hat folding over one of the horns, and hopefully will look a bit more clean. Yeah, not just disguising the neck. But yeah, the scarf is long, and well, that I do kind of like that. You know, it's not a hero there. It's not an objective decision. It's just a stylistic decision based on how I'm making the rest of it. It just happened to be the style. Because I do like the scarves to go all the way up, but that's how I draw a lot of other characters too, like RULZ, and that is with the scarf going all the way up the neck. Welcome in the good, you know, Penny. I do know. Welcome in. Add second scarf. Everything is more gaunt. It's sharper. He's sharper now. They sharp now? Anyway, let's roll through the rest of these outfit choices, though, because it's, again, this is the quality of life. I can finally get to the point where I can say I'm just doing quality of life. Guys, like and subscribe to Soul. Press the purple button. So this, I could easily have done better. Like the, this bit. Because the thing is, I usually am I have a bad habit of sticking to one export and then just rolling with it. I easily think I could have made the little fluffy bits better. They keep this kind of the same, maybe add a bit more of like neck coverage here. Moving on, vest. Again, not too much of a change, because I really... Hold on. Well, we're going to have to press the buttons now. Let's see, turn off the scarf. And then turn off... that. I want to do the shirt long sleeve this time, because this one's just rolled up. Like, the sleeves are rolled up. But also for the vest to have it, like... be more of a thing. Like, you know, I guess. And then make it more decorative, like instead of just the big moon, like add a little bit more to it. Give it a bit of more of a taste. And then when combined with this, it will be fun. It'll be fun. It'll just be more like complete look. Welcome in Smilery Face. How's your night today been going? It's a pleasure to see you. I'm currently breaking down. My quality of life changes. In the next patch. This is Soul Caves and Cliffs update. This is Soul new texture pack update when they made Minecraft look blurry. This is Soul the Copper. This is Soul Fortnitemares 2025 edition. This is Soul Illuminates and Bait update. Okay, if we get enough likes and subscribe, if we get enough requests for it, look, I'm gonna be honest. I totally own the season pass of Fortnite with the Power Rangers and all that because goddamn is White Dye Ranger so fucking cool looking. Just in general, not necessarily the Fortnite version, but like, it's White Dye Ranger. If we get enough requests for it, I'll see what we can do about playing Fortnitemares with chat. I would totally do it because I have fun with Fortnite. But it's not my favorite game. Okay, White Dye Ranger has disappeared. Oh, there he is. It's White Dye Ranger, chat. It's White Dye Ranger. Like, how could I turn him down? Okay. See your legs. Oh. Alright, hold on. First off, here are the new legs. Here are the in-progress legs. As you can see, they were a little longer. Because the foot is more complete now. That was another thing that pissed me off, is I didn't complete the leg very well. Here are the legs. I don't want to zoom out for it. I don't want to zoom out for it. This is what you get. I love the blues. Thank you. I'm very blue. Because I am hungry. Stick bug. Soul's more compact in the new one. Even though he is taller, he's more, like, wide, I guess. Because his legs are more anatomically correct rather than just being sticks. Welcome in Brooklyn Hines. How was your night today been going? It's a pleasure to see you. Was before they're coming along? I got denied. Anyway. Ungodly massive hips. I don't know. I think they might be the same size. I think I might have just no, there, you can go on. You can kind of see it. Yeah, no. you can, yeah. Those hips always so wide. Well, because how else do you support it? Because look, the tail is huge. And you kind of have to give the... So you have to, like, compensate elsewhere in a match to sort of, like, even out the sizes. And also the legs are giant anyway. That's like an evolutionary thing. Yeah, kind of. Science mind. We don't want to look like a Has-Been Hotel character where where they're all fucking twiggy bastards. We need some size differentiation. Of course the legs are big. This is the tallest motherfucker around. A whole 5'11". With the biggest tail you can imagine. So doesn't do 100 squats every hour. No, of course not. They're only 5'11". Oh shit, I didn't notice this. This is even worse. What the fuck is this? Why is your waist smaller than mine? No. Which also made the torso look better. The torso just looks better when not, like... I don't have the finalized, like, sketch of the torso, but it looks cleaner. Multiple ribs removed. What do you mean multiple ribs removed? Fine. Do you want... Is there enough likes and subscribes that I might want to hit the purple button? Of course there is. I love the purple button. I have all my ribs. See? I have all my ribs. And also pants on. The purple button removed. The purple button is the jacket. Or is the vest. Purple button is the vest. The pink button is the scarf. Writing this down for when I take over. You take over, the only thing you're gonna do is take over the streaming. Yep. You have fewer ribs than you should. Well, ribs were hard to draw, so I gave up after like 6. Ribs were hard. Let's see. Yeah, I got super tired and was just playing with hands yesterday. It means there's 12 ribs on each side. Well, I gave up after 6 in total. How many do goats have? How many ribs does a goat have? If you had no idea the date. Once that I have not come up with my Inktober prompts list. What's an Inktober? I've never heard of it. It's probably fine. Don't even worry about it. Oh, by the way, did someone wake up that guy from Green Day yet? I'll just let that one simmer. I'll wait. I'll wait for a laugh. The people demand legs. What do you mean the people demand legs? In what regard? Longer legs. It does have longer legs. We went over this. See? They're taller because I made the feet better. Yeah, thank you. It's a reference to the song from Green Day where I don't remember the name, but I know he says, "Wake me up when September ends." And September has ended, so wake him up. Wake him the fuck up is what I'm saying. Anyway, you're gonna never use it. Oh, it's an art challenge in October. Oh, see, I don't know. Mune, I'm forced to lock in. Anyway, I was going through the outfit stuff. That's where I was before I got sidetracked. So when it comes down to this, I'm thinking make these smaller so that you can get the shoulder like connection here and have it be much more pronounced sort of connection. Then also fishify Fishify the jacket. Full VTuber design, MF. Full fucking VTuber design nonsense. Fishify the jacket. Fish the jacket. Go full fish. What are you talking about? Fish. Also, I want to make a lot more glowy bits. I think I should have stuck with my original idea to make a bunch of bioluminescent spots. I think about it every time I make a new model, and it never works out because I'm very bad at color picking. So, I'm thinking plenty of bioluminescence on this one. Now that I know how to do that. And then overall, to work with like a similar color palette. So I don't have this green, like... I know it's not green, but it really looks like it's green. The jacket and all that. Oh, and then not change the pants too much, but just have it like have a clean cutoff. So we're just gonna do like cuffs now instead of just rolling it up. Make your guys' mouth cool like a jack-o'-lantern. They kind of already do. Do I have to pull it out again? Oh no, I have an image of that. The eyes mouth. I guess not like a jack-o'-lantern though. But I want to keep those like voidy. I want to keep those spacey. Oh, I need evil and intimidating soul back. Yeah, we need evil and intimidating soul back. Who is very evil and very intimidating. I like this, but I want more of this. I want this, but then I also want some of this. Yeah, I really want to, like, Tron this up, is what I'm talking about. Really go back to the roots of my inspiration. I mean, just like color-wise inspiration. That fucking Calamity boss that has been aping from for my color inspo. Just collab thumbnail evil and intimidating soul. Evil and intimidating. Sorry. It's funny, we almost have a double trilogy of souls now. Because we had a trilogy in the original batch. And now we're gonna have a double trilogy in batch number 2. And y'all dressing up for Halloween. Ah, maybe. Who knows? Oh, yeah, sorry, hold on. Alright, I'll censor it. Yeah, no problem. How can I help you? Piano lead funk. Dr. Frankenfurter. And then I serious. We need to look now that I've done my research of VTubers. We need to get at least 20% more silly, and this model just can't do it justice. Well, it can do a little bit of justice, but not a lot of it of justice. Have you seen Mari Mari? We need to hit Mari Mari level silly, but be able to do it so casually. That's the new goal. We have to hit Mari Mari, where we could totally get away with listening to 6 full minutes of Get Low on stream, unedited. Like with Great Gatsby, yeah, but like with Get Low, which is a completely different ball game from Great Gatsby. Who? Mari Mari. Everybody knows Mari Mari from one particular video that I'm sure is a shame to the entirety of Phase Connect. I'm sure one specific clip of Mari Mari has caused the CEO of Phase Connect to sweat bullets. You know, Mari Mari. I got that 3 in me. I got that :3 in me. This is the goal, by the way. This never heard of. Oh, come on. Haven't you ever seen that awesome VTuber clip that has a lot of words that I'm not going to repeat or write on screen because I don't want that on my record? Anything, I can say a word that rhymes with it because they're all the same. All those words that mean the same thing. Apparently a TikTok bishop called Mari Mari Emmanuel and got stuck. Three, 6, 9, damn G. And stop. And wait. Stop. And wait. And stop. And wait. Look, when it's like the only live streams I've watched. I don't blame you. The only live streams I've watched recently were I pretty much just watched the GG Marine weird ones, and then I watched both the Undertale ones because they were very cool. Very informative, I think. Both the like the 10th anniversary ones. Just don't watch it until stream. You need to. They're so good. Even just like hearing the breakdowns from the man himself of like why things are the way they are is so interesting. Because it's exactly what you'd expect from him. Like in terms of how things came together. It's exactly what the fuck you'd expect from Tricky Tobert. Pulling all of his tricks and schemes. Like how both Napstablook is not named after music software Napster, but is instead a random name generator. Both Napstablook and Asgore were random name generators. Alright, we're rolling with it. Or that Claire Ivoire True Dog Food. Like, how would you know these things if not watching the live stream? How would you know that Claire Ivoire True Dog Food? For they get the name Toriel. For the first hour of the stream, he was exclusively saying tutorial to refer to her. Tutorial. Check it out. I'm in the house like carpet. It's also, I love how apparently the main influences for that game in general were all things I've never fucking heard of before. Like, it's like like Undertale is entirely based on some weird fucking Japanese series called like Trail of Fire or something. Like, it's based on Trail of Fire 3. It's like it's something of fire. Path of Fire? Not Fire Emblem. Like Rain of Fire? What is like, because it's obviously Mother franchise is involved in it, but like everything's based on fucking these weird obscure games no one's ever fucking heard of. Also I'm just drawing arms for the heck of it, so that's what we're gonna start doing. Because I don't know if I want to keep the same arm poses, because I want to, like, the pose sucks. Or it doesn't suck, but it's very, like, simple. Like, this is nothing. Just standing up, no arms. I'm thinking at least a toggle to have an arm hang out. And, like, it doesn't suck, but, like, come on, we gotta have some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement, as the greatest streamer ever lived, whoever lived once said. I'm not seeing enough movement. On the basic game of Super Lesbian Animal RPG. I do not want a basic game off Super Lesbian Animal RPG. I don't even think I want to play it anymore. Because all those games are so numb. Like, like, I've seen gameplay of it from, I think Vixen VTuber or whatever. Who, fun fact, voices Pulchra in Zen the Sub-Zero. Which is why I'm subscribing in the first place. But it, like, looks boring. And it's another one of those games that are like where like the dialogue reads like it's the Saints Row reboot. Or like Forspoken. Like the dialogue reads like it's Forspoken to the Saints Row reboot. You had an arm that's holding a can of energy drinks. Well, we don't need to say that outright. That could be on the new casual outfit. The Super Lesbian Animal RPG stream. Oh, yeah. Because, look, as much as I'd love another game in the myriad of games that are about, my insurance and my rent. The multinational industrial military complex. As much as that might be someone's cup of tea, I can't do another game like that. Heartbound. First I lulled. Then I serious. I think a nice arm on the waist would be funny. Possibly just a little silly, even. Check it out. I'm chicken. So I got some sketches. I don't know if I want to do straight arm, because you can see I was even like testing out what that would look like. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be nice just have a little bit of variety. Maybe show a hand for once this model, because the hands right now are completely ambiguous for what they look like in this version. In this reality, I could show the hand. Because in your reality... Or like Dustborn, I think is the biggest offender of those games, where it's like where it's like, the things we do for rent. Which is a line from the new Saints Row, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But you know, like that same, like... That's why it's also like why I respectfully will not be watching Izzy's animated series, which literally starts... literally the entire pilot is just part of this, is just the beginning part of the Saints Row game again. Like, dog. Halo 6 Silk Song got announced and released before Earthbound finished. Dude, fucking Starfield came out. Fucking Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 was announced 20 years ago. Alongside Metroid Dread for the DS. Earthbound is so hilarious. And he watches those streams and he has no fucking clue what he's doing. As he proudly proclaims, he's the first Nepo baby ever at Blizzard. He's the first Nepo baby at Blizzard. And the writing still sucks. Yeah. And it's like a 3-hour game that's live service for some reason. It's like a 3-hour fucking Undertale clone that's live service. Did you know that game was live service? That's why he hated that Stop Killing Games thing, because he made his game live service. What does live service mean? It means the servers are being ran in the game is running through a in-house server, basically. So something like Fortnite, where they update it all the time and like keep the game doesn't survive off of just like its launch merits. The game survives off of like continuous content to like keep it on an IV of living sort of deal, and like the players buying into that new stuff funnels back to paying the server cost so that they can keep on pumping out more stuff, and then it continues. A lot of games are like that right now, which is why a lot of games shut down. Because a lot of games can't keep up the server costs, because they require commitments people don't want to do, like that game that Square Enix made, like Babylon something. Servers were shut down within a month because no one wanted to play it because it was a live service game. Same with Concord. The game was shut down in 2 weeks. The game lasted all of 2 weeks. Battleborn. That game lasted... I have my sealed copy of Battleborn. I don't think it's sealed anymore. I have a sealed copy of Battleborn. I think it was my main copy of Battleborn. Destiny 2. You ever wondered why you can't play the original story of Destiny 2 anymore? Why you can't play the Red War story in Destiny 2 or the first 4 DLCs? No, scratch that. The first 6 DLCs I don't think you can play anymore. Even if you bought them. Or if you paid $60 for Destiny 2. Like, I don't know. You just can't play a story anymore. You have to buy the latest DLC in order to play a story for Destiny 2. Is there 6 DLCs? There's more than that. Here, let me... All the Destiny 2 DLCs. There's... So, the game launched, and it came with a story called The Red War, which picks up immediately after Destiny 1, kind of. Well, not, like, kind of related to Destiny 1, kind of different. It was the most mediocre story around, but it was, like, how the game is set up. That established the story of the game. That was the full story, start to finish. Then, Destiny 2... Which one of these was first? Warmind. Which was DLC story, had a bunch of stuff in it. Book opened, closed. Curse of Osiris, the sequel to that. It started to close. Both Curse of Osiris and Warmind were the same quality as the Red War, which is to say unbelievably mid. Which Destiny 1 stopped getting support after this too, which also had a bunch of DLCs and also got kind of shut down. You can still play it. It's still technically up. It just does not get support anymore. Then there was Curse of Osiris, Warmind. What was... I think Forsaken was next. Which was the first big DLC and had huge story implications and all that. Then after Forsaken, you have Shadowkeep, which was a huge sequel to Destiny 1. Like Destiny 1 concepts and all that. And then they went to Beyond Light. Something they did, which was my favorite one. It was my favorite one. But they also started introducing other stuff. And by the time Beyond Light was in the game, Red War, Warmind, and Curse of Osiris were removed from the game. So if you paid the $60 for the Red War, if you paid, I think it was $20 for both Warmind and Curse of Osiris, which, by the way, the story was continuous through all of these. Like, the story followed through every one of these. It's the same story all the way through, including all of the temporary season passes, which all had stories that all played into the main story in very important ways. They were season passes also, though, so if you missed out on them, you missed out on that part of the story. Pretty scummy. I know. I was there. Then after Beyond Light, you had Witch Queen. Very good. Again, direct continuation. A bunch of season passes in between. It connected back to Curse of Osiris, which doesn't exist anymore, as well as a bunch of the season pass stories, which didn't exist anymore. Witch Queen was where they started getting more expensive. The DLC was like $40, I think, by Witch Queen. Then Lightfall, which sucked ass, and was $50. And by this point, Forsaken was removed, and Shadowkeep was removed. Then they released the final shape, which is supposedly the last part of the story. The continuous 10-year-long story of Destiny, that most of which cannot be played anymore. And in that, they got rid of the Witch Queen. Or no, not the Witch Queen, they got rid of Beyond Light. Which was my favorite, but you can no longer touch anything from Beyond Light anymore. There's also a 30th anniversary pack for Bungie, which is a bunch of fun stuff and not story content. It was cheaper. Oh, by the way, the final shape was $60. The final shape, I think it was $60. Either that was $60 or what I'm about to talk about was $60. One of the two things I'm about to talk about were $60. Yeah, if you bought any of those, you lost all your money. If you bought any of the stuff that got removed. You don't even get the DLC that was it. So each time a DLC got removed, a weapon pack DLC got added where it gives you all the rare rewards from each of the DLCs. If you own the DLC that got removed, you do not get the weapon pack. You have to buy the weapon pack separately, and they're usually like $20 or $30 to buy the weapon pack separate. So Forsaken had a weapon pack. Beyond Light had a weapon pack. Shadowkeep maybe had a weapon pack, and then Witch Queen has a weapon pack, I think. Because they said the story ended. Wrong! All the DLCs are that much off. Because Edge of Fate came out. Which is a DLC with no content. And is $60. Why is the Year of the Prophecy Ultimate Edition $100? Because it gives you the DLC from this year. And also the season passes for this year. The year DLCs always give you the season passes for the period of which the current expansion is in that you bought. If you've been counting though, that's a lot of purchases that you don't get return on investment of because they remove it from the game. So you will never be able to see it ever again. If you missed out on any one of these parts of the story, too bad. And at some point in here, they made Destiny 2 free. Which you'd think would be good, unless you bought the game in any other one of these points. And they also rewrote the introduction for when you play it for free. So you don't even get to see the proper story of Destiny 2. It gives you a reused segment. It reuses the intro segment from Destiny 1. You do not get to see the Destiny 2 beginning anymore. And now they're just going to keep out pumping DLCs and removing previous content forever, and season passes also exist and suck. Because the finale of Destiny 2 used mostly season pass content as the basis for the entire rest of the story. Whole characters and story arcs were introduced in season passes. Big narrative events happened in season passes. And some season passes happened, and there's no way to gauge which season passes were more important than the other, because sometimes they were just regular season passes. Sometimes they had a story that was completely secluded to itself. Sometimes it was the most important story in the entire pantheon of Destiny. There was once where in a season pass story, it was revealed the main villain of Witch Queen, the Witch Queen, was Osiris from Curse of Osiris, who has been helping you since Curse of Osiris. You cannot see, and it's not a spoiler, because you can't see any of that content anymore. If you start playing Destiny 2 now, you will jump it. You will be in the after of that content, where it will have nothing to do with you. That content will have literally nothing to do with you because you cannot play any of the parts of it anymore, so it's not even a spoiler. It is shameful. It is just awful. And whoever came up with this idea should feel bad. Back. Ah, you missed my rants. Where I was flagrantly spoiling the story of Destiny that you can't hear anymore. We should banish certain game developers. Yeah, Bungie got what was coming to them because Bungie made Concord. After all of this, Bungie then made the game Concord. To which Sony stepped in and shut it down, even. Bungie didn't have plans to shut it down. Sony stepped in and got rid of it. Because it was bad. They banished them to a different dimension. No, what do you mean? It's just like the Splitgate 2 guys said. Welcome in, Ginger the Gingerbread. How was your night today been going? It's a pleasure to see you. Hello. Do you allow requests? Well, it depends on the request. Because I don't take them anymore, usually, but it depends. We'll see how nice I'm feeling. We'll see how much I need to blow off steam after the Bungie rant. Hey, and say what you will, 343 did a way better job at live servicing. Because their season passes never go away and you can play them whenever you want. So it's not actually a season pass as much as it is just like a content brick. And that is my favorite season pass thing ever. And 343 has done it every time they make a game with a season pass. The season pass just stays after the season. So you can just keep on playing it. It's hilarious that they keep trying to call it a battle pass, and it's hilarious they keep getting criticism for it being a battle pass when it's literally just a string of content. Can you draw my Roblox avatar? I don't know what your Roblox avatar looks like. I liked it some. Yippee! How wonderful. It is a pleasure to entertain you. I can type my user in chat. I don't know how to Roblox. I don't do Roblox. I don't do a Roblox though. So I don't know how any of that works. So it does not in fact Roblox. That is true. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea how any of that works. I do, however, know how all sorts of other things work. And if you'd like to subscribe and stay tuned, you can see all my amazing gaming prowess in Ori 2. And The Night in the Woods. And maybe Fortnitemares. We'll see how many subscribers and how I want. And how maybe the scariest part of all is how quickly my credibility will leave for subscribers. Is how quickly I'll trade my credibility for views. Maybe that's the most scary part of Halloween. But who knows? Who knows? How wonderful. Which I don't even know how to do that. It's a miracle I was able to migrate my account. Game of Thrones be a reoccurring thing. Look, you're not here often enough. It is a reoccurring thing. I'm constantly frustrated with simple things. Because I have weird tastes, and I make sure you know. If you bring it up, someone's about it probably, unless it's Roblox. Unless it's Roblox. Because I'm known to be weirdly opinionated about the strangest things. Especially when it comes down to video games. Like, I have weird tastes. In just content in general. Like, as I said, I defend 343's battle passes to all ends because it's literally just a convoluted leveling system. There's some shit. I know a lot of things. I have a lot of thoughts. If you want to hit me with a thought, go for it. Because the Bungie one was what I had energy for right now. I just got back from work. I got locked off and started to stream. I don't know. Bungie is what I had on. The only one you're not allowed to bring up is what Moon Studios CEOs were doing during the releases of Ori 1 and 2. You're not. That's the one rule is you're not allowed to bring that up. You know what the best part of that is? Is that Ori definitely exists in the Peacemaker alternate universe. After I brought it up. Yeah, well then I learned about it and then my brother's ranting about Baldur's Gate 3 earlier. Thing is, Larian Studios is weird. Do you know how many different D&D games Larian Studios makes? Where their skeletons are all the same, but they're different games. I never played Baldur's Gate 3. Or any of the Baldur's Gates, but I did play Divinity. Which is made by the same people, and it's almost the same fucking game. It is so close, but so far from being the same game. You'd think they'd be made by different developers just about the same thing. But they're not. They're made by the same people. Divinity Original Sin 2, I vibe with it. I don't really like it. But yeah, the reason I didn't play Baldur's Gate, though, was because I had a dice. Because everything was done by a dice, and it was just D&D. And I can't do that. Divinity is like a real video game. It's almost the same. It's exactly the same vibe, just more of a real video game. Then... Confused as the hell, I mean, he did convince me to draw one of the characters. Yeah, it's, again, seemed cool. Yeah, I cannot do D&D. Can't do it. I've tried it a little bit. I tried a teeny tiny bit. What I played of it was like, man, I could be getting excited about something right now, and instead I'm here. Yeah, the one time I was super into it, thought it was gonna be for a little bit, thought it was gonna be cool, and then I played it and was like, how many nat ones did you roll? I rolled 1s and 2s for 3 straight hours. Until I was told you're not allowed to roll a dice anymore, because they realized that I was just like almost entirely on my phone by that point. It was just completely like checked out. They said you don't have to roll the dice anymore. I said okay, cool. And then we ended soon after, and I was like, "What, man, that sucked. Oh man, that was the worst." And then I never played it again. Like, man, that was dumb. Because luck-based games are stupid. I don't want to play gambling for fun. gambling, but you bank your fun on it, is what D&D is. You don't pay money, you pay fun. Your fun is entirely based on this gambling. And it was annoying. So, no more of that. No more of that for RULZ. What would a hand on... let's see, what would a hand on the... What does it say? Goodbye, the end, outside the love. See you again sometime. Inside my heart, hold up your heart. Don't believe it out of heart. It's such a like casino simulator. What's the difference? And we did. Remember we played Hollow Cure. We went to the Pecora Casino. That didn't make a good short, but I still have all the files for the Pecora Casino. For a Pecora Casino short. I just never made it because it didn't turn out very good. You know, I'm realizing I'm getting more tired, and my bang is all the way over there. How many likes to solo draw Capri? The thing is that Capri design is so old now that I have to just come up with a new one, with a new idea for a chat mascot. Because in reality, it's just coming up with like a chat mascot type deal. It's not so much having a clever little sidekick as much as it is just having a chat mascot. Because there is no such thing as the Soul Universe. We're not a real this is not a real VTubing endeavor. You think 400 whatever subscribers is enough to convince me to make a Soul Universe? Still cinematic universe. Yeah, no, I'm not a real VTuber, so you don't get the luxury of having lore or other things. What vicious Capri? I don't know. I don't even know what Soul is. It's just the design I made. You think I actually think about this stuff? No, I don't think about it. I just kind of do it. Do it. It's not based on anything or anything. Okay, my bang is it's looking more and more tempting to walk over. It's so far away, and the top of the can is broken. It's so far. What do you mean you don't look at weird animals for OC designs? I don't design OCs. And when I do, I just gotta like make a line and I don't care. You think I care? You think I put soul into any of this? I'm basically the human equivalent of AI art. I just steal shit and put no heart into it. A AAA game dev. No, I'm a quadruple A game dev. Like my favorite game, Skull and Bones. Which you used an epic remix of Weatherman Comes. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us surety and I thought they were so cool. And the game came out. It was... Did you know in that game your boats have stamina? I just thought I should bring that up in that game. Your boats had stamina. What is a boat with stamina? I don't know, but you're on the pirate ship and to regain stamina, you have to put the sail down. So, why does the wind... I don't know, why does this sailboat require stamina? And in order to make your sailboat go, you have to put the sail down. The sail got tired. One second, I need to charge my boat. Yeah, my boat is battery operated. It takes 4 AAAs. My boat takes one of those drill batteries. They had to like hold the button and slide it on. Or it takes one of those car batteries, but not like the new car batteries. It takes like the ones, like the old ones you have to water cool. That boat only uses lithium batteries. It has exploded 7 times. That's why you get the water cooling version. My boat runs on fission. I have one of those experimental Chinese like micro suns. Have you all seen nuclear powered boat? Most boats now are nuclear powered though, so it's not that exciting. Most now boats are nuclear powered. Like aircraft carriers and submarines are all nuclear powered. Nuclear power, my beloved. Yeah, it turns out the world uses it a lot where we're not needlessly scared that Soviets couldn't figure out how to boil water. Did you know all of France is nuclear powered? Same with all of China's nuclear powered. They're actually in a nuclear arms race right now, technically. As a competition of who can get a better reactor between better, like, power infrastructure going between France and China. That's why China has a miniature sun. Every single power source is just boiling water. Yeah, and the Soviets couldn't figure it out, and now no one wants to use these big, cool, glowing orbs. I want a mini sun. It could be like we could be like Fallout, where all of our technology is nuclear powered. Which is canon in the Fallout, by the way. Like, the cars and TVs and all that were all nuclear powered. It seemed like hell before the apocalypse. Better than the dicky cast engines in Halo. What are you talking about? You're saying the equivalent of... You're saying the equivalent... 500 years later when they have the Ford F-350? You saying the peak of human technology doesn't still have a radio antenna? 500 years in the future. You're saying that this modified Jeep with a radio antenna isn't peak human technology? Gas-powered car lives inside liquid. It's got nice chairs. It's only 2-seater. There is a 6-seat version. It's better designed than the Cybertruck. I mean, it is. There is a... It's called the Friend Hog. And I can't find an image of it. I can only find an image of the Razorback, which is different. The Razorback is not the Friend Hog. See, the problem with the Friend Hog is there was no, like, drivable version of the Friend Hog. It has the same polygon count. The Warthog is more polygon than the Cybertruck. Come on. It also has better suspension. It's got winches in the front. See, it's the Friend Hog. Instead of a gun or anything, it's got extra seats. It's got extra seats. I think it was only drivable in one game. Yeah, you can look out the back. It's off-road capabilities. It doesn't rust immediately. It's green, and sometimes can be yellow, and sometimes it can be gray. But it comes standard green. It won't crush your fingers because it's a Jeep. It's kid friendly. Your kids can ride it. In case your child was like White Ironheart. I didn't notice what the fuck is this? What? Why is she wearing an arc reactor? Oh, I forgot with the Master Chief Collection. The Warthog could be any color you want. It can be all of these colors, including a highlighter. But not limited to. highlighter. This might actually be infinite. Because I don't recognize a lot of these. This could just be Halo Infinite, and I'm just being stupid. 9 miles per hour can work on a highway, right? Oh. You got the classic green. You have beach colored. You have purple. You have more green. You have less green. You have gold, gold, and gold. Say what you want, but this is more color variation than modern day vehicles. Where your choices are gray, grayer, are gray, grayer, and grayest. So Goodman? No. Solace, Capricornus, Andromeda. Welcome in, Scratcher. How's your night today? We're going to say pleasure to see you. Welcome into Soul gets equally as sidetracked as normal, but is also designing Soul 3.0. Because we had a Soul 1.0 and a Soul 2, a Soul Goatman. I like it better. Still no. Soul 2.0, which is what you're currently looking at. We're at our Iron Man 2. And everyone knows the best one was Iron Man 3, which is what we're working on now. Hold on, where's Soul Part 1? I know he's in here. I know he's in here. Which one of these is Soul Part 1? Which one is it? Hooray! I found Soul Part 1. I think this was the broken version. Still found him. And then Soul Part 2. I still think the colors in that one are amazing. Yeah, I want to bring back that outfit color. Because, like, I still think this one is far superior in every regard. But I know we can do a little bit better. So we're going to be getting the Soul RTX version with realistic dynamic reflections. What do you think we're working on right now? Each hair tuft is a 1K of pixels. See, right now we only have 4K because we have 4 tufts on it. Then now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8K. Oh no! I drew with the mouse on the screen. Welcome to Videosity. I was United David. It's a pleasure to see you. Solace, Capricornus, Andromeda. Like, I'm thinking maybe doing a toggle where the arm raises up so that we could just, again, get some hand action, because this model has, we have had 2 souls now that have had no hands. Or I haven't, not 2 souls that haven't had hands. We just haven't done souls hands since I've been reusing the same arm preset for souls since, like, version -1. It's even more cool model. Yeah. Yes, it is. Welcome in, Dread. It's Dread. It's Dread. It's he's right there. Look at him. I'm now doing this now. This is my new bit, by the way. This is my new bit. The thing is, what do we want to change superficially? let's get a docu open for sketching. Let's get the sketch doc. But it had manually approved high blister, because that message could be seen as obscene. I think this is what I need to do. I think I need to stop, like, thinking about things in my head, and then just draw them out and see if I like how they would look. Especially for the sake of an audience. It's fine, I'm thinking about you, maybe just a little. Don't get it twisted. I still hate you. Because there is a lot of stuff I want to keep from this one. Because again, we're just basically patching out all the bad. We're remastering. We're definitive edition. We're Halo Wars just 1 definitive editioning. You bring back the flower? No. The flower was dumb. The flower was dumb, did not match with anything, and did not mean anything. It was just a little bit of flavor. We do not need to compensate with flavor now. we don't need to add the chicken seasoning to our model anymore. Now that I can just make models decently, we don't need to add chicken seasoning. The robot arm? Again, no. That because it didn't do anything. It didn't mean anything. The robot arm was dumb. All these, there's a reason I got rid of all of these, because they were dumb. Why would there be a robot arm? It's stupid. It's dumb. So what's the lore behind Solace design choices? These are rather Brit. What's the lore behind Solace design choices? Seems a rather brittle tap of fellow. Oh, Scar's hint of a shadow on his otherwise welcoming personality. That's a great question. And the answer, much like Tobert Fox when designing characters, is, I just kind of threw it together. It just kind of slapped together this way. There was no reason for any of the choices that I made. I just made them a long time ago and then just kept making the same ones over and over again. It looks cool, so I added it. It doesn't even look that cool. It doesn't even look very cool. And it's very annoying every time I do it. It's very Tobert Foxy, like designing Sans and Papyrus. It's like, what's the most annoying font I can use? What's the most annoying font for a text box I could use? I know, Comic Sans and Papyrus. Let's design a character around that. What does my artist hate the most? Horses, mussels, and fish. Let's make all of that into one character. So it started with like, oh, there's horns now. I like drawing horns. I'll just keep on drawing horns. Oh, I don't really like drawing big, like, spooky snouts anymore. I like having faces. I'll just give it a face. I like big floppy ears because they're fun. I'll do that. What if I made him serious and I gave him a fancy outfit? Yeah, that'd be neat. What if I don't know how to do, what if I don't know how to do proper anatomy and the legs end up being super long? Alright, that's just how it's rolling now. I do not care about any of my designs. I do not give it any thought. If you're wondering, I am not an artist. If in case you were curious, in case you didn't pick up on it, I am not an artist. I would be a great corporate, like, in between frames person because I could not give a shit about art in the slightest. Could not give less of a shit. What does the rib thing look like on this model? I want to do the rib thing again. I thought it was cool. How many ribs does the person have again? Oh, I'm just going to look up a picture of a skeleton. Because I want to nail down some design aspects before I go and slap them on. This is basically what I'm doing now. It's just get some cool ideas out on you. And much like a fish that you could see through, we're doing some bioluminescent ribs or something. Because Terraria Calamity was kind of cool for a little bit. And I like the Abyss from Terraria Calamity. Because I'm dark and edgy, much like the Abyss from Terraria Calamity. I'm like Laruga, which had very phallic projectiles. For some reason. Our next model is just going to be Laruga. You know, I had a discussion with friend of the channel, Odds on Favor, the People's Champion, surely not, about some model designs. And one of the things we came up with was one of the things we shot back and forth was a model where all the body parts were just detached. And what if every stream started like that gif of the anime girl with the lasers? What if... So Tenna during his boss fight. Yeah, or like that anime girl gif with the lasers. What if every stream just started like that? So that was the intro. That was the starting soon screen was the gif of the lasers. Don't look up the gif. It's not worth it. It's not worth trying to figure out what I'm talking about if you don't already know what it is. So well, it started with it started with a discussion about making a model that was Mega Blocks. So I wouldn't say emo phase. Unless Mega Blocks are emo, because everyone knows that they're the rude dude of Legos. Mega Block? Are you serious? Mega Blocks. They're Mega Blocks. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we're woke now. Mega Constructs. I think they're called Mega Constructs now. It's the same thing. They're just lamer. They're lamer now. They like Overwatch 2'd their whole brand. Mega Constructs. Get this out of here. Bring back Mega Blocks. I think this kind of just giant Mega Blocks. Fuck yeah, everyone knows the premieres, the Halo ones. I still use them for pose references. Because part of the supplies for my anime shelf just happened to have a Master Chief, like happened to have like a Halo 4 Master Chief in it. It's like I'm keeping this. I am keeping this Halo 4 Master Chief until I die. Welcome in, your mother, your mom. So, like, your mom or my mom? Blister's mom? Dred's mom. Long time no see him crafting right now. Creating. I'm scheming. How was your night today been going other than crafting? It was a pirate ship with the giant voice by Kevin Sorbo. I don't know. The only one I know is the fucking, what's his name? Flynn? Was it like the you could never actually play as him, but he was like the ferret guy who was voiced by Brock Sampson. Look, I'm never gonna fault Skylanders for naming. Because, like, let's be honest here, Skylanders were easily like poor man's Pokemon when it came to direction and design decisions. Like poor man's Digimon even. Like Skylanders honestly were like the bottom of the barrel for design, like. Inspiration. You don't like bat spin. He'll never guess what she does. Oh. As much as I could have been a big fan of, as much as I potentially could have been a big ride or die Stump Smash fan, I own like 3 different Stump Smashes. I could have been a ride or die Stump Smash fan. Or Stealth Elf. The creativity of Stealth. Well, I don't think you can count as being a major Stealth Elf fan because you had to have Stealth Elf because she came in every starter pack for some reason. Why do you have 3 Stump Smash? Well, because he's Stump Smash. Come on. You gotta have the original Stump Smash. Then you gotta have the remake of Stump Smash. And then I don't remember if there was another one. I think I just said 3 and didn't think about it. I know I had. Was there a giant Stump Smash? I think, yeah, there was. I had the giant Stump Smash. And the regular Stump Smash. Or had them. I don't know if I still do. I had all 3 of the same Stealth Elf figures. Because she came in every one of the stupid bundles. Everything. If you sneezed and closed your eyes, another Stealth Elf would appear in front of you. Man, this really looks worse than I remembered. All these Skylanders look shittier than I remembered them. They were cooler when I was small. You have flocked Stump Smash. I don't know what that is. I cannot say that I do. Is he like fuzzy? What the fuck is this? What is this bullshit? Why are you trying to get me to buy, like, fucking hairy Stump Smash figure? I don't want this. I don't want this. Man, these look like shit. Like, not even Stump Smash. It's fucking all these guys look like shit. Stump Smash, but he's fuzzy. $200. Buy. Sell. Oh, we gotta get Trigger Snappy for the channel. We gotta get Trigger Snappy. God, this is the most fucking hideous batch of created characters I've ever seen in my goddamn life. How do you even fuck up Bowser and Donkey Kong this bad? Like, how did they do it? Like, they were given good designs and made them worse. I have all the baby Skylanders they made. I have none of the baby Skylanders. Aw, damn. I'm so jealous of all these baby Skylanders. Like Trigger Snappy. And Eye Small. I don't know any of the other ones' names. I remember Eye Small and I remember Trigger Snappy. Wasn't there like isn't there like a smaller Gilgrunt also? I liked Gilgrunt. This will this away. Gilgrunt and Robot were my two picks on my 5v5 pickup basketball team. Gilgrunt and Drobot. What the fuck is Dunebug? Oh, ew, I hate this. I don't like Dunebug. Oh, he looks weird. The bug that shoots magic at him. I routinely do not like any Skylanders art style. Just do not like. I just do not vibe with this. Like at all. Bumble Blast. Jolly Bumble Blast. Spy Rise? Dog. Star Strike. Please be something. Okay, no. Yeah, this is good. You can tell because this is the only one I've seen where there's fan art. This is the only thing I've looked up thus far where there was fan art, so you know this one's good. Yeah, no, okay. This is very Terraria Wizard. Or Terraria, not Luminite. Or, yes, Luminite, but not the one I'm thinking of. That's not the word I'm looking for. Until he hears about Rubble or stop. Look, it's Rubble Rouser. Oh, ew. I don't like him. I don't like Rubble Rouser. I refuse to use Rubble Rouser and Grilla Drilla. What the fuck is Grilla Drilla? What are you talking about? Oh, it's even worse. Oh. Get this, he's a gorilla that drills. Digimon are cooler than this. So in terms of these big ensembles of collectathons, the Pokemon are the best. Pokemon designs easily top tier. Digimon is close behind it, but there are some fucking stinker Digimon. There's some. I don't remember the names of any of them either. It's another thing is I can't remember any of the Digimon names. I remember most of the Pokemon names. Thus, I will rank Digimon lower. And there's some fucking stinkers of Digimon. Digimon a little bit lower. What else would go above Skylanders? I don't know, fucking creatures of Aether. They can go above Skylander. Digimon, that's an egg that turned into a woman. Yeah, Digimon, it's a bit more nonsensical. It means like nothing means anything in Digimon. Like, yeah, that refrigerator can become a T-Rex with a gun. What of it? Like, Pokemon, you understand where everything's going. That's why everyone was able to clock that, like, which of the cats stay on all fours and which of them become big. Because you know where they're going. Like, you can, like, it's such an easy, like, hell of progression for Pokemon. Like, it makes ecological sense. Every time you look at a Pokemon design, you're like, yep. You need a thing that can hide out in an urban area? Sure, the one that looks like keys. The one that looks like a key ring, sure. And what does it become? A bigger key ring. Some images are so peaky that this is so bad. The fact is they also have figures that like are lower quality than like amiibos. Like these figures are not doing them favors. They look ugly. A lot of these things. My Scatinator collections are talking about them. Yeah, just make sure they know it's their fault. It's their fault. Gaming is the way it is right now. Skylander is easily the best of the Toys of Life games, though. Even that, it may suck as like a creature design philosophy. Definitely the best Toys to Life game. Like, bar none. Maybe it has a little bit of competition if you take the Lego one in, but only because the Lego one is very, like, mostly relies on other properties. Like, the only time there's ever been a decent Doctor Who game has been Lego Dimensions. Or, like, they made a good Sonic game in Lego Dimensions, and they made a remake of Simpsons Hit and Run in Lego Dimensions. Like, it's mostly relies on other stuff, and that's the only reason it competes. The Disney one is stupid. Is what I'm getting at. The Disney one is dumb as fuck, and so is the Angry Birds one. And fuck the Angry Birds stupid ass Toys to Life game. Disney Infinity was dumb, yes. Thank you. There was an Angry Birds Toys to Life game. Oh, don't you know it? It was a car. It was a racing one, I think. But it had little figures. I'm sorry, is Yoshi in this? And you could put little superchargers. It was like superchargers, but like 6 years before superchargers or something stupid. Like it was similar. But also the toys also were like part of toy, like they were just regular ass toys with little chips on the bottom of them. Like they just sold them as regular ass little toys. I'm looking at it right now. is why I'm saying all this information. It's because I'm looking at it. Otherwise, I would not have known or remembered this at all. Oh, someone has a picture of all of them. Use some Monster High game like that. Yeah, look at it's all of them. Back before the movie came out and they redesigned all the characters to look stupid. To look dumb as hell. We didn't need back in my day, we didn't need anatomically correct Angry Birds. We just needed an orb. It was on mobile. Yeah, all these mobile games did Toys to Life. It was weird, wasn't it? Because this is also mobile. Because I think a lot of the mobile ones is it took a picture. Like, I think it used the camera, like the forward camera, to take a picture of the NFC chip. Or like a QR on the bottom. I don't think it was an NFC, I think it was a QR. Look at it. There's a little one, and there's a big one. You can get the two sizes of the same guy. It's like those arcade games where you get a card. Maybe, just not just mobile games instead of arcade games. Did you know the Injustice game still is supported? Like the Injustice arcade game is still supported. If you want to talk about bad character design, I'm no artist, but Injustice is one of the most hideous. Injustice 1 and 2 are the single most hideous games I've ever looked at. And like, I like some weird design. I always like some weird designs, especially for comic book characters. Like I'm unapologetically a fan of Aaron Aikman's Spider-Man. Which, if you don't know Aaron Aikman's Spider-Man, it's this. It is a little gross looking. He's a little gross looking. He's got big ass shoes. And his helmet splits open in the middle like a fucking xenomorph. But just to show you what I mean, let's see. You know, though, Angry Birds might not have worked good as a, like, Toys to Life, like, multimedia franchise. It worked great as physical toys. Because it was literally Jenga, but everyone had a gun. Like, physical toys for Angry Birds were so peak because it was, like, the most feasible. like fuck Cut the Rope, the board game. But it was literally, yeah, it's literally like current like gimmick Jengas are what Angry Birds toys used to be. Let me just look up let me just find the best design for you right now. And it's, if anyone remembers Raven, DC's Raven, most prominently from, like, Teen Titans and all that. Welcome in Chili Jam. How's your night today been going? We're just talking about design stuff now. I kind of got sidetracked from my whole Beastar's face model that I really like the face of for some reason. And now we're just kind of talking about designs. I like these kind of streams. These are my favorite, where I just get to rant about random bullshit while there's sometimes art in the background. So, is everyone familiar with Raven? That's so Raven. Teen Titans sometimes. In Fortnite. I don't know what else. I don't know what else Raven is. Okay, well here's that glorious injustice model. Look at the face. And tell me this is acceptable design. Look at this character. Look at this. It looks worse in the game, by the way. If you thought it gets better, it gets worse. This game is ugly as sin. And the best part is, the second one, graphically, it looks good. This is straight from the first game. The thing is, the worst part is graphically, the second one looks pretty good. But God, the designs are so rough. Like, half the game is trying to make, like, ways for the characters to look good. Because it has the gear system from MK11, because it's the same studio, so, I mean, why not? And they came out around the same time, so... But the base designs for these characters... This is what Superman looked like. Why does he have Iron Man suit? What is this? What am I looking at? This dude in the midst. Dog, that's crazy. Like, what is this? Who is you? This is no Superman. The Batman one looks worse, I think. Actually, I don't know who looks the worst in this game. Okay, now Flash is pretty bad. Oh my god. Oh dear god. Just wait, BB Jesus on a Harley. That looks terrible. Don't worry, Quinn looks bad. Oh dear god, I just saw a huge, like, collection of images, and one of them was Robin from Injustice. One of them was, because Damian Wayne, I think, is the Robin for Injustice. Just to point out. Dear Lord. Who the fuck is this supposed to be? It's Damian Wayne. Robin. Specifically. It's not Nightwing. It's not some fucked up April Fool's Nightwing. That's just... Oh god, there are ones that are worse, though. What the fuck is this? Sorry, I just saw a screenshot of fucking Supergirl. Turned on the head scale in the character creation. What, pray the hell? Fuck. Were they high? Maybe. Because this is how they did the Raiden DLC for Mortal Kombat. A game made by the same studio. This is the default outfit. The same studio. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, he does have a cape. On top of this. How much did I buy you with toys go? Alright, this creature to stare you for $0. Which, by the way, hold on. Let's see if we can find a picture of just whatever the classic Raiden was from MK11. Because there was the Dark Raiden and then, like, just standard-ass Raiden. The same, like, in the same period. Because MK11 and Justice 2 were around the same time. So that's a more apt comparison. Let me get rid of fucking shitty-ass Robin. Let me get rid of Discount Robin. This was Raiden from, like, the same studio in the same time period. This is the Mortal Kombat version. From the same time period. It's not the current Raiden, who I genuinely think some of the best Mortal Kombat designs are from the current, like... Or I guess the current, like, universe for Mortal Kombat, where it's like the reboot-averse. I don't know, something about them is so charming because they're so, like, classic. They're, like, such really good reimaginings of, like, classic Mortal Kombat style. They're cool. They're cool, I like them. Because this Raiden, and there's even, like, the armored Raiden. For like, the Dark Raiden. Like, there's even this one. If you wanted to add armor, do it like this. Why would you... Why would you... First off, I can highlight the two big issues here. Although the armor doesn't cover anything. Well, because he's immortal. It doesn't have to cover anything. It's like for show. But is there a boob window? I don't know. And why does it go all the way? It's like the stupidest looking thing you possibly could have made. And he has a neck collar. He has a neck collar that goes into a cape. A balaclava and then an iron mask on top of it. And then a metal hat. And also no sleeves. And a belt that's under all this other stuff. That is also a belt. I don't know what this is, actually. Yeah, what is this? Like, again, designed of the same era. Yeah, he's got the vest. He's like, what makes the Raiden design is you gotta have the blue. You gotta have the white undercoat. Because here is just the Raiden. The first Raiden. Here are two translations of the first Raiden. And it's like, yeah, you got the blue. You got the folds. You have the white, like, shirt gi thing. You have the gloves tying it down. And you have the hat. And then you added some other shit, I guess. Like, you got a weirder looking staff and, like, a medal. You got the Shinnok medallion from the prior games or whatever. Yeah, the belt's a bit different. It's still the belt. Not this fucking WWE ass belt. And then you got shoes. What was so hard about this? What was so difficult about it? There's a Japanese thing where they wrap the stomach. Yeah, but like, what? You don't need it on this design. It's so... Like, this design is so, like... So busy, yet so empty in all the places. In all of the places. I am not drawing Raiden armor. Like, I think Mortal Kombat has some good-ass designs. Especially for, like, in its new-gen, like, default characters. They're good. So let's just not talk about fucking awful, awful, awful. Not only that, Injustice just isn't a great game. Injustice is just a rough... DC characters always have it rough, though, I feel like. When it comes to just hideous fucking designs. Sorry, I just need one more. One more. Poor design choices all around. We just need one more in here. One more, I'm sorry. One more. I'm sorry. This is the last one. No, my screen got small. We need... and this is the last one. Look at it. I played that game and it was just with spam. Yeah, Injustice 1 is horribly imbalanced. Especially when it came down to cough cough Doomsday, who had higher damage and higher defense and super armor than any other character in the game. He had multiple... He was basically MK9 Shao Kahn. Where you could just deck your shit in before you can do anything. He's standing like that. I don't know. It is Sinestro, though. Just ignore the fact he's wearing the Skyrim Elven helmet. That's way too big for his head. Don't know why he's hitting that fucking Josuke Higashikata ass pose. Does Sinestro ever have a helmet? I don't remember him having a helmet. Also, just to point out, Sinestro is usually like a twist villain. With his little evil mustache and the name Sinister. Oh. He was a fucking twist villain in the movie. I just want to point that out. Sinister O with his evil little mustache was evil. Green Lantern isn't really anything though. Yeah, because Green Lantern's kind of not. Nah, because he's kind of meh. They're not all that interesting. I don't like them very much. I don't care about them. Does DC have it so rough? Because I think David Zaslav is their CEO. It's the CEO of Warner. I don't actually know. I feel like a lot of what DC claims is good is always kind of like Hush. Batman, Hush. Batman in general. The DC is the reason Batman gets so is like the prep time. No, the prep time. That's all because it's official DC content that he can just win. He just wins most comic scenarios by they just say, oh, Batman, by the way, studied for 10 hours on the villain, and that's why he can kill this god with his eyes blinking. It's like they write that in as canon. It's not like some random Twitter bullshit. Also, welcome back, Penny. Yay. We were trying to find just some extra design elements and all that I wanted to include, but I got sidetracked talking about Injustice. And how the real injustice was the designs. Batman's superpower is just his trauma. He shouldn't have a superpower. Batman should be good at fighting things on the ground level. He should not be able to one-on-one Darkseid and win. In a fight, a regular fight. He's allowed to outsmart Darkseid, but he cannot win the fight. He should never win the fight. Batman is dumb. I do not like Batman. That's what they have Superman for. Well, Batman just... And then it gets worse because then they do shit where it's like, oh, Batman can do that. And then the Three Joker. Does anyone remember the Three Jokers? A storyline so stupid they had to re-retcon it immediately after it ended. Does anyone remember fucking the Zur-En-Arr plotline? The single dumbest piece of dog shit. The single stupidest piece of dog shit ever written. This is coming from someone who likes Ironheart. I know the Three Jokers. My favorite moment in DC is when one of the times that they revealed the Joker's identity, they said his name was Joseph Kerr. That's my favorite. That's my favorite retcon. Is what it's Joseph Kerr. I have a question. Why every time you say something, it's the name. It says your name. Ah. Which of the Three Jokers is the woker? None of them, because they existed for about 6 months and then never existed again. They stopped existing forever. Harleen Quinzel's a real name. Yeah, okay, of those, Marvel easily has the worst one. If you can guess which one is the worst one in Marvel. I'll give you a hint. He's been in 2 MCU projects. And has possibly the single dumbest comic book name. And it is not Trevor Task or Tony Masters, that's what it was. Taskmaster. It's not that Taskmaster's name is Tony Master. I love Taskmaster though. I don't know what I'm talking about. I love Taskmaster. My favorite superhero is Patrick Man. No, I think easily the worst one is Black Bolt. He had his own show in the MCU. His name is his superhero name is Black Bolt. His real name, his alter ego, if you will, is Blackagar Boltigan. His stupid fucking name is Blackagar Boltigan. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. God. You forgot T'Challa? T'Challa? Actually, you may have these weird names. Do it. I do. If I can't think of anything, I default to food names if I'm trying to like add to a character design by like, or getting a vibe of a character by just giving them a name. It usually ends up being food. Or like to name a file, it usually ends up being food. I'm very Dragon Ball when it comes to names. I never really enjoy comic runs as much as I do characters specifically. And like I have a weird again, design-wise, I have such weird tastes in the characters that I can't really like get into it when it's not the design I like. And the good gotta go bye. All right, Penny, have a wonderful rest of your night or day. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to see you and to entertain you for tonight. Do feel free to like and or subscribe. You probably already subscribed. Do feel free to like and like. Without further ado, I bid thee adieu. I steal a lot of names from music. What are you, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You got Dirty Deeds. You got one of your characters. One of your characters is called Weka Pipo. One of your American horseback riders from the Revolutionary period's name is Weka Pipo. No last name. Standards. What, you mean you're not a fan of Weka Pipo, no last name? Randomnames.com is the animal's scientific name. I mean, Solace, Capricornus, Andromeda. Was it I think, yeah, Penny mentioned Iron Man. I really like Ultimate Iron Man design. It's easy. I think easily my favorite Iron Man is the goofy Ultimate Iron Man one. And if not that, then it's the Ironheart suit from the TV show. that big fucking tank suit. I love when armor is not skin tight. Armor should serve a purpose. And there's something so hilarious about both Ultimate Iron Man and that show suit. Where it's just these big fucking tanks. She was my main love interest doesn't have a last name. Can their last name be Weka Pipo? It could be Hey Ya, which is another JoJo's character. It could be Joe Dio, who is another JoJo's character. He's a main character. He's Part 9's protagonist, Joe Dio. What, you mean you don't want your fictional president of the United States in the Revolutionary period's name to be Funny Valentine? And his stand, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Which has been localized to filthy acts at a reasonable price. Which is only as funny as the character from Part 6 named Limp Biscuit, aka in English, Flaccid Pancake. I thought that was Jesus. Oh my god, you're not serious. You want to bet? You want to put money on that one? This is the greatest fucking... Oh, God. Look at this panel of Funny Valentine. Look at this fucking panel. He's the president. Look at this fucking panel. I like part 3. It's fine. Part 7 takes place just in a different universe. It's just an alternate history version of the original. It's just completely different from the original. It has no bearing on it. So it's not, don't worry. Funny Valentine is not a spoiler. His catchphrase is in fact the Japanese turn of phrase for ta-da. He goes, doja. Oh no, this is some peak character design though. Okay, Funny Valentine may be good. But I just learned that this guy is not wearing a hat. I just learned Toru Adachi does not wear a hat. And that's that is his hair. He has the coolest stand. He is one of the coolest stands though. His stand is fucking awesome. And I'm sad because this is what he looks like. He has teddy bears sewn on. He's a psychiatrist. I guess I should mention he is a psychiatrist. Bright magenta. And that is an afro with that has fades on the side. And a green swirl to go with his green lip gloss and teddy bears on his sleeves. And completely undecipherable jacket. This is a fucking clown jacket. Oh my god, are you serious? This is the full panel? It got so stupid. It got so much worse. Fun fact. So part 7 has a trailer for the anime. Which means you will get an official search result in 2026, the beginning of 2026. If you look up on YouTube, Jesus theme, you will get an official search result when part 7 comes out. If you look up Jesus theme. Because Jesus Christ is a character in part 7. He's a Dog. What the fuck is this? The way that is Jesus behind him, if you were wondering. It is, in fact, Jesus Christ. We need to give every artist a lesson in character. Yeah, because here's a more official panel of Jesus Christ. Apparently he's a living corpse. Yeah, so they have to collect the corpse parts. Because that's the thing. It's Funny Valentine. he's this current standing president, but he just doesn't want to. He wants to make America he doesn't want to make America better. He wants to make America the best. And all of the and he finds out Jesus's corpse was exploded into 7 pieces and scattered across the United States by a ne'er-do-well party. So what he devises, well, they crash landed into the United States like meteors. So they leave big craters and all that. So what he devises is a secret plan that he was in. Why is he? Because he crash landed from space. He devised a secret plan, Funny Valentine, and that he was going to have a horse race to boost national morale across the country, the Steel Ball Run, which is the name of the part. Why was Jesus in space? Well, where else would heaven be? Anyway, so he devises the Steel Ball Run so that he can discreetly gather all of the pieces of Jesus. What he doesn't know, though, is that other people also know about the Jesus. Like Johnny Joestar figures out from his new best friend, Gyro Zappelli. And Jesus' corpse is giving people stands, and that's how stands are gotten in the new universe, in the different universe, is by getting near Jesus. So as they're putting together Jesus, and Johnny's unlocking more of his skills by meeting Jesus, he just becomes a character. And in case you're wondering, he is introduced when the character with autism, like Taste the Rainbow or whatever, who can control rain. Has full water manipulation, but only for rain. I think. Maybe? Meets Jesus for the first time. Anyway, Jesus Joestar. Someone made fan art of Ume Musume, but it was Johnny's horse. So that is fan art. You can look it up. I'm not going to put it on the screen. But it is Johnny, getting a piggyback ride and being belligerent and pointing. Because if you didn't know, Johnny Joestar doesn't have working legs. He's paralyzed. He's paralyzed from the legs down. Because unrelated to any amount of plot, he was shot in the spine. Cutting on the back of Gold Chip. That's Johnny Joestar. Is he in like a weird like onesie, like baby blue pink star outfit with a like little thing on it? Or with like a weird hat that doesn't look like anything? He's got that weird hat that doesn't really look like anything, and then that blue lip gloss. Sometimes it's green lip gloss, you never know. You never know with JJ. I'm sorry, JoJo. I still think Gyro Zappelli is a hilarious character design. Because they went from the absolute peak of Caesar Zappelli and William Zappelli to Gyro Zappelli. Who, in case you were wondering, does have Gyro Zappelli written in gold on his teeth. And on his knuckles. I think on his knuckles. I know they're definitely on his teeth. Because that's how he's that's how they show off. That's how he's introduced, is he smiles and it says Gyro Zappelli on his teeth in gold. I love Caesar. Look, JoJo's Part 2, if you watch it in the dub, is the most hilarious like, batch of fake accents I've ever seen in my life. Because Ben Diskin is doing his damnedest as Joseph Joestar. And the same goes for whoever was doing that just dreadful Italian accent. Caesar. Just whoever was doing that just god-awful Italian accent. What? He's just doing that. Oh, God. Caesar! Oh, those are some great names. I forgot about the Pillarmen. The Pillarmen had some great musical names. You could take from the Pillarmen. You know, WAMU, AC/DC. Cars. Damn it, I broke my spoon again. What do you mean you broke your spoon again? The thing is, I'd like to do a rib cage type design, but it's looking. What did I just? I guess I didn't do much. I was gonna do more of a pelvis type design, but then it just started looking. Nah. Wait, I need my image of a skeleton back. Is what I need. So I could see what bones look like. There was someone that stupid funny Valentine thing reminds me of. Someone did a RULZ redesign on X the Everything app, where they gave him a giant Delta rune that looked exactly like the funny Valentine American flag tattoo, which, by the way, isn't even the American flag they use in the series. They use the revolutionary one with the circle, so he has a modern day American flag tattooed on him. Or scarred into his back. It's not tattooed, it's a scar that looks like the modern American flag. I can't remember their names. WAMU was the one that killed Caesar, I think. Then Essie Desi was the one with the blood things. And then Cars was the main one with the black hair. Who played leg guitar with that unconscious woman. Oh, I'm sorry. Not just any woman. Lisa. First name Lisa, last name Lisa. Welcome in, Monster. How was your night today? Been going today. Pleasure to see you. We're honestly just talking about character design at this point. We're barely even working on Soul 3.0. We're mostly discussing just goofy ass character designs. What about you? Well, I'd like to be doing more of my redesigning and such. But injustice must come first. Injustice, Gods Among Us, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure must come first, always. Wamu. Wasn't there a German cyborg at some point? Oh yeah, that's my favorite part of part 2. The part where the part where a certain 40s German regime are the good guys in JoJo's part 2. I am not joking. if you were wondering. They actually are the good guys. Because they help out Joseph and Caesar for the entire part after they meet. And his name is Rudolf von Stroheim, and he absolutely hits the salute multiple times. I don't remember specifically when, but I know for a fact he does. I'm sorry, no, this is real. And he's a cyborg, and he put a chain gun in his stomach. Because he's awesome. And he yells a lot, too. He says he has a catchphrase that goes something like yelling that German science is the best in the world, and then that's it. He's great. Go on now. He never shuts up about how German engineering is the best in the world. I mean, to be fair, he did install... he somehow, in his shoulders, was able to put in giant, like, black lights that were, like, half the size of him in both of his shoulders, as well as a minigun in his stomach, with a reticle for some reason. It was a chain gun, I guess, because the chain was also hidden in his stomach. And also there was a reticle that he couldn't reach. Look it up. I swear to God there was a reticle on it. How was he alive? I don't know, because he jumped on a stick grenade. Because one of the Pillar Men had the ability to jump inside of people. Because they couldn't... The thing is, the Pillar Men were vampires. Technically, still. So they couldn't see the sun, so he has the ability to jump inside of people. So he tried to jump into Stroheim, but Stroheim cut off his own leg. And then when it didn't work, threw a grenade and jumped on it in the middle of the sunlight. And then rebuilt himself. This is so awesome looking, by the way. Thank you. I've done all the work myself, so I really hope it was paying off. Because we're currently working on version 3 of 6. Double trilogy version. RULZ, technically. We're like on our Avengers 3 after our Iron Man 3. Like, we're working on Avengers 3. Or maybe our Sharknado 6, who knows. But, you know, it's really just quality of life updates at this point, because the design is pretty solid. I like the design, how it is now. But, like, even just looking at comparing the faces, like, we're getting some improvements. Somehow that's like the least weird thing that happens. Yeah, part 2 and part 1 are very tame in comparison to the other ones. Even part 3, where Jotaro just has to find more convoluted ways of punching things and having that be the answer. That's why I like the OVA more. The OVA was way faster, cut out a bunch of stuff, and didn't have Jotaro just punch everything and explain how punching it, and explain the worse and worse reasons of why punching it worked this time. That's a big issue I have with part 3, is a lot of it is Jotaro punching something, it not working, him punching it again, and it does work. And then he explains in immense detail how punching it a second time would work. Like I point out, the most egregious set of episodes from part 3 is that the 3 episodes they're playing video games with that guy, or with Darby Jr. Because all of the, like, Egypt fights are 3 episodes, which each episode's 23 minutes, so you're basically watching each of these fights for an hour. The fucking baseball is the most boring thing I think I've ever watched, and it has the dumbest ending I think I've ever seen. Where they spend over 10 minutes explaining, basically, that he snuck the controller into the hands of his gamer friend who played for him. It's like, you spent 10 minutes in an hour-long fight explaining that you just didn't play the game. What is your fucking problem? That's why I fucking hate JoJo so much. It's so dumb and it never gets better. Why are they gaming? I don't know. They were gambling in the last hour. My favorite is that one of the best fights. It's an hour long still, but they actually fight. However, if you rewind the fight, they only hit each other 3 times in the full hour. And the rest of it is just explaining why and how they hit each other. Like, because it's a real fight. It's not just like fodder to fill time. It's one of the Polnareff ones. I think it's like really the last big Polnareff thing, where they just hit each other like 3 times, but then like once per episode, and then the rest of the episode is explaining what just happened. It's nothing like the OVA, which had possibly the greatest line in anime history. That, Iggy, get out of here, he's still alive. Pans to the worst drawn dog ever. Pans to the single dumbest looking dog. Iggy. I think part 1's my favorite so far. It's my favorite too, just because it's only 9 episodes, so they had to speed it up. It's also very Castlevania. It's like Fist of the North Star and Castlevania, but just turned up to 11. And it has like the same sort of like aura as Dead Rising, the first Dead Rising does, where it's very like, it's very absurd, but also it's like, it's very absurd, but they don't try to explain it away. They explain it to like a normal degree, and things just happen, but it's taken seriously, not explained seriously. It's very show don't tell, but what they're showing is insane, and all the characters are treating it like that's like it's a dramatic thing that just happens. Like, it's complete fucking nonsense, but like the characters are just like, of course. Men, we have to move. If we don't hurry, the world is doomed, and it's the stupidest fucking thing happening on the screen. Is easily Ghost Rose just $70? I don't know. Because there was the one... A great fight was, Jonathan versus Taruka, or Jonathan versus Tarkus. He's called Tarukus in the dub. He's called Tarkus in Japanese. I don't know why. Same with Blueford and Bruford. Dumb, it doesn't make any sense. Moving on. B-Ray Vampire, but yeah, it feels like a weird B horror movie. But there's a line, especially in the dub. It's so much worse in the dub because it's so where it's a slow fight, but it's treated like it's immense pressure. Where it's Jonathan and this giant fucking monster guy chained at the neck, and just whoever pulls harder suffocates the other one. But just it's him. Speedwagon, who is like this Cockney streets guy, and then a little kid for moral support, I guess. But it's just Jonathan talking to himself about he's done for. Unless he can push a little harder. And it's just him talking to himself. And then panning around as... and then Tarkus pointing at him and saying he's done for. And then it cuts to the little kid. He just goes, "This scene's so tense, I've done pissed my pants, I have ya." And then that's the fucking scene. And then the episode ends. The episode ends. Tune in next week for how this resolves. But, like, it actually has to speed along, because the fight isn't an hour long. The fight is 10 minutes split between the 5 minutes at the end of one episode and 5 minutes at the beginning of the next episode. Because there's only 9 of them. Or, like, when he punches the frog and it goes through the frog and kills the rock. Or when he spins the wine glass and it shoots out lasers. Like, it's... But it's treated as just a completely normal. It's like, of course. Quickly, we need to move. Righto, Speedwagon. Come on, chap. Also, Jonathan's theme goes so hard. I don't know if that's like part of the music in part 1. It's just this being just this rising orchestra for nothing. Like this completely fucking wild orchestra. Or like when Blueford's dying, and it's just, "You've avenged a true. I was a warrior too, corrupted by a lust for power to save everyone. You have that power. Take my blade and use it to slay the evil that plagues this world. And just for you, my blade of luck will now be blade of pluck." And it's just this super dramatic music, when really what he's saying makes no fucking sense. And his sword is engraved with the word luck, and he just writes a P in front of it, and then hands it to Jonathan, and then he fucking dies in a field of flowers that just generated underneath him. The stupid Dio's outfit in part 3. Okay, speaking of character design, Dio's entire fit beyond part 1 is the single most baffling, like it's baffling. Man, if only there's a picture of him standing straight. Like, I made a picture of him standing. Who knew this would be the most difficult part of the stream, is finding a picture of Dio just standing. So we have Dio. He has a headband that is canonically metal, because they do an X, because Jotaro hits him with an X-ray move. And his headband still shows through, which made stupid ass JoJo fans think that heart was part of his head. But he's got pants that are just unbuckled. I don't know what's going on. His pants are unbuckled. He's got a half jacket. He's got a unitard, because this is just where it cuts off. It just cuts off right here. He's got a weird bodysuit. He's got this belt that is too loose to be holding anything and also does this for some reason. It's like a weird, like, stripper belt. He's got these gold bandoliers for his fucking half jacket with this, that's being held together with this weird fabric thing. I don't know what this is. And then a cape that is a different jacket. A cape that is not a cape, but is in fact a separate jacket. Now, tell me, where is the Dio fit from the end? Where is the ending Dio fit? Where he's at his full power. I think he's called just peak of power Dio or something. Where is the peak of power Dio? Where what he does, and the hair. I didn't want to mention the hair because the hair is just whatever. The hair is what it is. So what Dio does is he gains his full power. He finally achieved his goal. And he just starts removing pieces of his wardrobe. As in like his jacket and cape and all that. And his headband. He's just like, yes, I don't need this extra stuff anymore. Because I'm at my full power. And literally, when he takes his jacket off over his head, it covers his head for about 1 second, and his hair spikes up and he has green lip gloss. It just, as he takes his jacket off, he just generates green lip gloss and spiked hair. He looks so dumb. He looks so dumb. Don't worry, he still keeps the pants. He still keeps the stupid stripper pants. Magical girl transformation. I mean, his part 1 outfit's not any better. Like, his vampire outfit is not any... His, like, Dio past vampire outfit is not any better. He looks like he's got, like, fucking Wolverine pants on that... Like, why does it go so far out? Why is it... This... Like these bulbous shoes. He does kind of look like the Apple logo. I mean, this is all good. This is all part of the stream because we're learning about character design before we go into make another soul model. We're learning from our mistakes of our artist past. Is he secure in his masculinity? Yeah, I guess he doesn't have to wear a fucking unitard and stripper pants. He can wear a red, white, and purple onesie, and then whatever this is, he could wear a fucking like reindeer harness and purple scarf. What am I looking at? Is really when you break down this outfit, it's like what is. Also, what is he doing with his hand? What is his hand doing? I'm unsure as to what his hand is doing. Okay, that's unfortunate. I think it's a breastplate. It could really be anything. And the best part is, we know regular clothes exist in this universe because Dio was just introduced wearing like a suit. He's just wearing a blue suit, and for the beginning of part 1, he just is wearing like the overall belt, like just wearing a dress shirt and pants and dress pants for the entire beginning of the series. Like, regular clothes exist in this universe. my brother in Christ was wearing them. I think part 6 Dio is also very funny. Because part 6 is also when the art style, like, it's his definitive art style now. It's Araki's definitive art style now. Like, the departure. Like, just the change in art style. Like, he just gained the twink art style. Like, every one of his characters just looks like this now. Apparently a human being. Yeah, it's that whole meme where it's like, I wonder who the stand user could be. And then it's fucking this. It's fucking... It's, I wonder who this... Oh god, I forgot about him. Hold on, I wonder who the stand user could be. I fucking forgot about him. I wonder who the stand user could be. What the hell? What do you mean, what the hell? This is a regular man. This is Pesci. His stand is in fact a fishing pole. Then you have this guy from part 6. I bet you wish you could have this outfit. You got that motherfucker from part 6. I do not remember what his name was, as I don't think most people know what his name is. I don't think anybody. If someone knows what this character's name is, you should probably just start walking away. If anyone can tell you that guy's name. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, no shit. No shit. There's a lot going on there. Look at him. Oh my god, I forgot about this guy. If you can guess this guy's stand name, you also get my admiration. If you can guess this guy's name, or guess his stand's name, not his name. Bonus points for ability. I haven't the faintest clue. It's Notorious B.I.G. is what his stand's name is. It is a immortal blob that chases after and kills instantly whatever the fastest thing it can see is. And then, of course, you got Pulpo. Everybody knows Pulpo. He's a 20-foot tall, large, fat thing who is treated as a normal human. That is a normal human. Will I look up Shigechi? While I look up Shigechi, by the way, his stand name is Black Sabbath. He dies because he eats a banana, but the banana was actually a gun. Don't worry, it's not spoilers because you don't know what I just said either. You don't know what I just said either. He's just treated as a normal man. And this is a normal 4th grader. Is it actually how he dies? Yes. He goes, a banana. Puts the banana in his mouth. The banana shapeshifts into a gun and he shoots himself. Because he was tricked. It wasn't really a banana. Someone snuck a banana into his facility. This is a regular 4th grader. He's in most of the fighting games. And not only is he in most of the fighting games, he also has merchandise. He's this character in the most front is so notable that he has merchandise you can buy and is in all the fighting games. I don't know why I need to keep saying he's in all the fighting games, but just to let you know, there is all the JoJo's games are ugly as sin as well. Like none of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure games look good. They all look like shit. So just imagine this character but looking worse. He looked just like this, like where he had Simpsons spikes for hair. Oh my god, was he actually in the live action movie? There was a live action movie of part 4, by the way. I don't know if anyone needed to know this, but you can see all your favorite characters, Josuke, Okuyasu, Jotaro, Old Man Joseph. You can see them all in part 4 in live action. There is no part 2 of the movie because the actor for Jotaro got arrested for drugs. But you can watch the movie. There's a live action? Yes, there's only one. And it's about part 4. I forgot what most people look like, but I'll just say look like that too. Alright, we'll do one more, then we'll end the stream, because we're past 3 hours and it's 1 in the morning. So we will do one more. And I think I know who it's going to be. Actually, who was I just thinking of that wasn't Shikechi? Welcome back to Sped Disease. How's your night at Haven going? We've actually just been talking about character design the whole time. We've not made any progress since you left. And by that, by talking about character design, I mean showing off what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure's best thing to offer is. Dude, I can't fucking look at him. I can't look at him. Get him off the screen. I can't fucking look at him anymore. Who was I gonna look? Who am I thinking of? I'm not thinking of all the weird, awful Dio children. I'm thinking of trying to think of someone who's like a main character. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. It's the fact that back when part 4 is being drawn. So back when part 4 was being drawn, like written and all that, Araki, our good old friend, how many Dio children? There's like a shit ton of them. Before I show off the last thing of the stream. And they all look like weird inbred monsters. The cow guy was one of them. The guy that looked like a cow was one of them. Which, by the way, none of these characters, it's never said why they look like this. They just do. Here's a different one. Chat, if you laugh, you're a bad person. It's never set, again, it's never, their designs are never addressed. They just look like that. That's just how they were drawn. I don't want to leave him on the screen. I don't. Is he dead? No. His stand is one of the most dangerous in the whole series. Because anywhere where he is, everywhere where he is, if there is fiction in that area, the fiction characters will come to life and try to drag people into the books and or into their media, and the media will eat their soul. Just anywhere where he is. Because I think part 6, in the writing, I do not think it's in the anime. The first one they find is that Anastasia is getting eaten by, Anastasia gets attacked by Mickey Mouse. Who tries to eat his soul. Which we talked about Anastasia last drawing stream, and like a lot of the main characters. A lot of the main characters like that, we talked about them last stream. Oh, there's only 4 Dio children. Okay. So we looked at the 2 worst ones, which is the cow guy and then this. Oh no, it's not that they get, yeah, they trade places with whatever demented creature comes out of the media thing. So it's like Demon Mickey, it's like creepypasta Mickey Mouse, and then you get your bones dysmorph and become a creepypasta and you get thrown into the media. Like the big one with Anastasia, you get that weird fucked up children's story about the sheep who who dissect a wolf. Like the sheep kids who beat a wolf to death and dissect it. Except Anastasia becomes the wolf. And so a bunch of fictional sheep children try to mutilate him. And like they're coming out of his stomach and it's really gross. But it's just because this guy's flying in a plane overhead. How did they have Mickey Mouse like getting sued? Same way they added dirty deeds done dirt cheap and didn't get sued. The anime didn't include it. Like, the anime didn't include a lot of that. This guy was a nightmare for the adaptation team. Look at his womb originally being set over a fictional character again. I love stupid shit like this. I love just thinking about character design. So anyway, back during when Araki was doing drawings, he did chibi stuff because that was getting big. This is what he did. Just look at it. Anyway, this is how I wanted to end the stream. This is how I wanted to end the stream, is just looking at Araki drawing chibis. Chibi characters. Versions of his own characters. I just wanted to accentuate this. They're terrifying. Look at Koichi's neck. Look at his face compared to where his body is. Maybe it was a good thing he changed his art style to be more towards like the part 5 and 6 permanently. Because this is still the part 4. It's animated like part 3, or it's animated like part 5, but with like but it was drawn like part 3. So they still have like the giant blocky ass shoulders and like the super chiseled jaws. Sorry. Jack, can we make this? Can someone make this the new profile picture? Can this be someone's profile picture? You think? Can we make that happen? Big Okuyasu. This is the new model, by the way. It's Big Okuyasu. Anyway, thank you all for coming. It was lovely to see you. I know we got definitely sidetracked, but it's fun talking about this character designs and stuff. I like it. Soul's Ranting House. It's like my own version of the Angry Video Game Nerds You Know What Sucks series. Should make it an emote. Yeah. It can go right next to the screenshot of the live action Death Note. Anyway, Without further ado, do not forget to like and or subscribe. It might not help with the algorithm, it certainly helps out me. And anyway, for now I bid thee adieu.